Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel.
I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com. And absolutely, absolutely loved the movie. My kids and I thought it was amazing. I laughed so hard, which is what I want to talk about. I mean, there's so much comedy in it. All three of you just absolutely bring the comedy. And I want to know if there was any room for improv.
Yes, a lot of it was improv. Ken really led the way for all that. And a lot of the improv we said actually made in the movie. I've done like a handful of movies now, and this is the only one so far that has let us improv. So Trish was amazing to work with. She really wanted our input and really cared about what we had to say about everything.
Yeah, when you work with somebody who understands that the script is, strong and we should get what's on the page. She also understands if you're working with people who like to kind of then break away from it and bend it a little bit, sometimes you get some good stuff. Sometimes you get some clunkers, but then you just pick the good stuff and you put the good stuff in if you get it. And if not, you can always go back to what the script had, what was on the page. So she was really great at working with us and really encouraging us to make it our own and just bring life to it. And so that's what we tried to do. And, Max and Lucas were fantastic at it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys were great. Hilarious.
Hi, I'm Christina. We're with thepatricias.com.
Hi, I'm Carter. And I'm Candy. Okay. And our question is for Maxwell.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
We thought the dance scene in the bathroom was so funny.
Thank you.
Did you like doing it, and was it hard?
Yes, I love doing it. And you guys are really good journalists. Yeah, it was so much fun. It took about 3 weeks to choreograph because I'm not too good of a dancer. I can bust a move here and there at a wedding, but I'm not too good. So it took a lot of hard training and concrete listening to Gin and Juice for a couple hours to be able to break that hard of a move. So it was really fun to work on.
I'm Tati from coolmomscooltips.com. Thank you for the movie. Yes, yay! It was a lot of fun to watch. And the relationship between the family and the friends was incredible. Did you guys feel and said like you were a family? Did you feel close to each other? Was there someone that you can relate to more than others?
I mean, for me, it's always a crapshoot on, when you're on a new set, whether everybody's going to get along and whether there's going to be chemistry. You try to create that, of course, because whatever you create off camera, translates onto camera, and as a viewer, I feel like people can kind of feel that. And we, this particular nice chemistry there that everybody got along and enjoyed each other and fed off each other. And so, it came, it was a nice group of people to create with because of that.
Hi, I just want to say thank you for a movie that the entire family loves. It was hilarious from beginning to end. So thank you. I will say that Maxwell is a scene stealer. So great job. You're just really funny. How much of yourself, this question's for all of you, how much of yourself did you guys put into your characters?
I think, like I said, I think my character is really outgoing. He's super charismatic. He's super funny. But I think he's got a little too much energy, like a lot of too much energy, like when he just did a whole candy bar energy. So you see that in Kevin a lot. And I think that has a lot to do with me. I think I can get like that too when I have a couple too many Capri Suns. But yeah, I think he's a really outgoing kid.
I put my kind of like, I don't really have much similarities with Lewis, but I feel like I kind of put if I put myself in his shoes, like I kind of put my fear in his fear. So I feel like sometimes the part when we're screaming, it's sometimes genuine.
I think a lot of credit goes to Trish for casting people that she knew that the essence of who they were was sort of there was the essence of their character. And so what's really impressive with watching Max and Lucas and Cree and Sadie work is that it was an extension of them. I mean, that's not exactly who they are, but it was, they had such an easy time not forcing anything and really just kind of being the character. And, I guess the same goes for, us adults who were in the movie too. Like, of course, they're not exactly us, but you find elements of who you are and you lean into that. And so, but it was so much fun watching the kids in the movie do it, because I don't even know if they knew that they were doing, like, how good they were at doing it. But there was such a natural ease to their performance. And I think, Trish was the person who was tapping into.
Hi, I'm Robin from momthemagnificent.com. And congrats, guys, on such a hilarious family fun movie. My kids and I loved it. So with all the comedy in the film, I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite laugh out loud moment from the movie or that happened behind the scenes?
My favorite moment from behind the scenes was when we were in the back of the shot on the bridge and Ken pulled out his phone and started playing Umbrella. And I started rapping the Jay-Z part and they started singing the Rihanna, and it was so much fun. It was so funny.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I think, well, I can't really say laugh out loud because I didn't laugh, but every time Ken was doing his improv comedy, it was so hard keeping a straight face because he was just so good at it.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. And I appreciate you not mentioning that I paid you money to say those things. Oh, crap.
I accept that.
For me, one of the most disgusting but also fun moments was the throw up scene. I haven't seen it, so I hope it's as ridiculous as I remember it being.
It is. I can confirm that.
Oh, good.
Hi, I'm Candy Olivares from candypalooza.com. And yes, like everyone has said, laugh out loud. You guys are phenomenal. So we've talked about the funny moments. Can we talk action scenes? Because there were some great scenes. Tell me your favorite.
My favorite action scene was when Joe, Mullen, and Ken, it was right after he goes, I love the line where Ken goes, "These hands are lethal weapons." That was so, dying. And he's like, "This is our bodyguard, Suzanne." No, that had me dying. When you guys walk through that door and Ken goes rolling down the stairs and Joe picks up the American flag and just smacks a guy with it. And Mom does like a karate kick. That was so cool because we were like 10 feet away watching. I was like, oh my God, our mom is awesome. So it was just amazing to watch them in action.
I think the car scene, because like it was like so chaotic because like Maxwell had like the laser pen where he shot it out of the dang window, and there's an explosion, and we're like, oh my God, what is that? Where does he get the laser pen? How are we gonna pay for the damages? Do we have insurance? I feel like it was hilarious, but it was also just so action-packed when I saw that for the first time. I thought that was hilarious and awesome. Just to see that explosion from the car.
I haven't seen a moment that it's a little action. I run into a wall in the beginning of the thing and knock myself out. And I remember it being one of the takes being pretty good. I went back and watched it because I hit it and then I sort of hesitate and fall. I remember giggling when I watched it. So I hope it's in the movie. That's the most action I got. Mostly I was tied up.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the movie. I have a few questions. Was the laser pointer real? And also, were any spiders harmed in making this movie?
Oh, I like that question a lot. I wish the laser pen was real. It just turned on and glowed red. It glowed. What's the word? Glowed red. Thank you. And I just like do it like a Harry Potter one, and thank God for CGI because it made me look super cool. And the spiders, no spiders were harmed. it was just our imagination. And again, CGI, they did all the work. No spiders were harmed.
Thank you.
I did, before we did the CGI spider, I did some rehearsing with a real spider. This actor, the spider actor flew in from Los Angeles to Boston, and we worked for like 3 weeks on what my reactions would be to a real spider. But then he actually wasn't there on the day because we couldn't afford him.
It was Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man.
It was Spider-Man.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley from withashleyandco.com. Like everybody said, great movie. My kids loved it. Max, my son, was like, oh, he's just like me. And like you said, like hyped up on sugar all the time. That's him. So thanks for that. So for Ken, you nailed the whole, like, I don't want to say goofy dad thing, but it's, you know, like the dad jokes, just the dadness of it. You know, my kids were like, Daddy, that's you. And what did your kids think about your character? And to Max and Lucas, what would you guys do if you found out your parents actually were like super thieves or secret spies, or could do like a roundhouse kick and like knock a guy out?
No, right? Well, Ken, you want to take this one first?
Sure. You know, my kids all have only seen the trailer so far, as have I. My daughter said, "Oh, that looks good, Dad." So far, so good. But as far as them, you know, when they watch it, they're going to be like, "Yeah, that's how my dad is." You know, they're not going to see a difference, except I'm dressed slightly differently.
You're dressed different. Oh, Ken's so funny.
I got a different a wardrobe than I normally wear.
To
How about
answer
you
your
guys?
I think my kids would be kind of crazy if they saw me as the dad. No, I'm kidding. If I found out my parents were super spies or super thieves, I'd be shocked because my dad isn't that great at being quiet. He's very loud. So I can hear him like 3 rooms away. Like he'll open the door, close the door real loud. He'd never be. My mom, she could be a thief. She's like, she loves being on her phone and in her room watching TV, like the Real Housewives. So like you won't even notice she's there. Like she can go incognito for days. So I think she could be a pretty good spy.
She can be very stealth.
Yeah, it's very stealthy.
If I figured out that my mom was a former thief, I'd probably regret every time I gave her attitude. I'd change my entire. I changed myself to be more forgiving and just be like, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry that I gave you attitude. Please don't hurt me, please. I just be this.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the spy mom.
Yeah, I would not mess with her ever again. And I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this.
Hi, I'm Mel from the Mommyhood Chronicles. It was such a wicked cute movie, so congrats to all you guys. My question is for Lucas and Maxwell. I think one of our favorite scenes is when on the boat when you escape, when you go to find your parents. Was it hard to film that, A? And B, as we learned in the last set of interviews, you filmed that in Boston and the surrounding towns. Was it cold filming that, or did you film it on warmer temperatures? Because it could be very cold in Boston.
Yes, very real, and that's hard way. So that Jack Frost was not nice to us. It was. We filmed that scene in a warehouse, but they had wind blowing on us. They had rain throwing on us. The first couple takes that they didn't use, it was like legit raining, like so much water that it looked like it was raining. So they had to dial it down. And they had big guys with a big metal pole underneath the boat going, yeah. Wow. So the boat would go like this. And I was getting seasick. I will admit that. And me and my dad in real life, we don't like boats. So it was easy for me to do that. And yeah.
On the harbor, however, it was different. We actually filmed that on the Boston Harbor, and it was cold. They had to soak us. And we were like in our pajamas. We had to like wear little water suits underneath so we wouldn't freeze to death. and they felt so bad for just like spraying us. We're like, we're so sorry, we don't want to do this because it was so cold and we were so chaotic. We had to be like huddled up in blankets and go into another room to warm up again, go back out and get soaked again and get all cold and do the takeover again.